Welcome to the 2015 Making a Difference Awards, the green carpet event here at Northwest State Community College. I am Rick Small. I typically don't dress this nicely, but thanks to their theme tonight, which is taking us back to the roaring 20s, I decided to spruce up just a bit. Is it okay with you, Mari?
You look awesome.
Well, I want to thank you for the invite again. This has become an annual event for me, and I thank you for the invite to serve as Master of Ceremonies, because you really get to hang out with some people that are really, truly making a difference, from an individual to a business to an organization, and we got 3 great honorees tonight.
We really do. You know, there are so many people who work in our communities every day to help make them what they are, and it's so important to recognize them for that, because it not only recognizes what they do, but it also inspires other people to do as well. Because when they see somebody who's done something, it makes you think, wow, if they could do that, maybe I could do something little.
And so it sort of coincides with the college, too. I mean, I know we encourage students here to get involved in their communities, and a lot of the students maybe graduating from here are part of these organizations or businesses.
They are, and also they are part of the businesses that are growing and learning, and that's what a lot of giving back to your community, too, is learning about what's out there, and we're all about helping to teach students about what opportunities are out there for them.
I look back over the years that we've done this, and the individuals, the businesses and organizations, the impact they have on community. And when we say community, all across Northwest Ohio.
It is. It's everywhere, because, you know, so many people travel to work. So when you say there's a business that's located, say, in Paulding, Ohio, that doesn't mean that's where all their employees are from. They're from many of the communities that surround that area. And so they impact not just that community, but all the communities in the area.
Tonight's more about than just dressing up. I mean, we have the awards, obviously, but there are auctions and ways to raise money for scholarship funds, too.
It is. You know, we still have so many students who are in need, and scholarships make a huge difference for them. We just had our scholarship awards ceremony a couple weeks ago, and there were tears for some students, because they didn't know how they were going to be able to keep going to school if they hadn't gotten that scholarship to help make it happen. And all you hear about in the news these days are the huge debt that students are going into to get their education. At Northwest State, not only is it affordable, but we offer so many scholarship opportunities that a lot of our students can walk out debt-free or almost debt-free.
Obviously, we thank the folks attending tonight, but anybody that supports the foundation is actually contributing to this.
They are, because every little bit helps. It all adds in together, and you know, if somebody gives $20 or $2,000, it all blends together to help us create those scholarships for students.
Folks can always call the college for more information on the foundation, or go to the website, too.
They can, www.northweststate.edu. We're doing a lot of work with high schools now, even to try and get students started taking classes while they're still in high school, so they can start looking at what those career options are. So there's just lots of ways to learn about Northwest State.
You look spectacular. The 20s would have been much better with you in them, by the way.
Thank you very much.
It's a great theme. We're having a great time and truly making a difference. It is my privilege to introduce the president of Northwest State Community College. Please welcome President and Dr. Thomas Stuckey.
Welcome. Welcome to Northwest State, an institution serving 5,300 students. And tonight, as Rick said, we gather to honor individual, company, and a business organization that has made a great difference in our 6-county area. I was wondering how if I was going to be able to get the 6 up there, but I made it. For the first time in the U.S. history, the current generation of college-age students is less educated than their parents' generation. And yet, this is the very time when we need the highest skills level in our workforce. So I thank you for being here tonight, because you are the ones that make a difference. You are the ones that know what it's like to pay forward so that others can gain from the experience, the generosity that you are sharing with us tonight. I'm a bit embarrassed. I understand that at one of the funerals at our church, the pastor's phone started to ring when he was up. Thank goodness my phone is on silence, because someone is trying to text me. Again, seriously, thank you. Thank you for making a big difference. Not only do you touch the 5,300 students, but the families of those students. You are making a difference. And that's what Northwest Ohio citizens do best. We appreciate you being here, and we appreciate your generosity, as tonight is our main fundraiser for the scholarship funds. Thank you.
Our mission is to leave a legacy, to provide a future for those who work for us, the 1,800 people who work for us, and the family members, the stockholders that are in our company. So I think we spend a lot of time building a culture where people feel like it's their own business individually, and also we give them a lot of room to make decisions, and I think it's just really worked well.
I think feeling like you're making a difference, feeling that you love what you do, the fact that you love who you work with, that you are happy to be at work and happy to be doing what you're doing, is really what makes the job good.
We are Ohio's largest charitable response to hunger, representing the 12 food banks. We distributed over 186 million pounds of food last year and fed over 2 million Ohioans. 1 in 6 Ohioans turned to an emergency food provider.
Back in the day, if you will, when I was much younger, my dad, my mom, they both supported many of the same groups that we do today, but we just do a lot more of them. So they were big supporters of the Scouts, the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts.
The company truly cares for their communities. They truly care for their team members. I feel like I really am a part of the team. And I don't think that's just a saying. That really is the way the company works. We have great benefits programs and a lot of things that help you to feel like you are a part of the team, a part of what is making the company successful. It takes each and every person out in the farms, in the plants, doing everything that they do to make the company successful as a whole. The family has created a really good culture that is just like a family. Even though we have 1,800 people, everyone feels like they belong.
They are so modest and so humble, and you're very fortunate to have the Cooper family here in Northwest Ohio because their generosity has really a statewide reach. The product that they donate, certainly in the way of very high protein items, we spoke about the turkey sausage, but the eggs, but also the lunch meat, that's feeding families all over the state of Ohio.
Every year, approximately between $500,000 and $600,000 in total, we give out to a wide variety of organizations all through our 4 locations. And so for us, it's the basis of our beginnings, if you will. We, Dad and us, always gave back to the communities that helped us become what we are today.
The Cooper Family Foundation took the property where the original Cooper Hatchery was and turned it into the Cooper Community Library. And it's a wonderful library. It has a great section for children. There's a big toy train and all sorts of different things. And there's a plaque up there of Virgil and Virginia, and it's in their memory because that was their property, and education and the community was so very important to them. So the family was very happy to put their resources into making that happen.
So now that we're making cooked product at our Van Wert plant, we have a lot of cooked product that we tend to donate to the food banks, both on the pork side and on the turkey side.
We really are the envy of many other states in the nation on this wonderful partnership with the Ohio Poultry Association and the work that we do. Again, we all need protein, and it is the most expensive product that we acquire in our system. So the generosity of Cooper makes the world of difference, and they are feeding people across the state every day, and I'm not sure they understand just how far their reach is.
Our business award winner tonight for the Making a Difference Award is Cooper Farms, and well deserving. And joining me tonight is Gary Cooper. Good to see you.
Yeah, thanks, Rick.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you very much. It's quite an honor.
This is all about the past, the present, and a lot of vision for Cooper Farms. Your mom and dad started this over 75 years ago. Do you think if they're looking at it today and thinking about this, they'd ever see the growth that this is all enveloped into?
Yeah, I would guess they'd be a little bit scared about it, to tell you the truth. Yeah, so yeah, we've actually went way beyond probably what they would have ever imagined. But it's been a fun ride. We've had a lot of good adventures, and these kind of awards are really neat to receive.
I think they're received because you know what it's like to give back, and you value every employee that works for Cooper Farms, and then that reaches out to community as well.
Sure. Well, you know, when you think about it, we have 4 locations in West Central and Northwestern Ohio, and in those locations we have over 1,800 team members, and we have over 400 contract growers, family farmers, and then we have lots of vendors and suppliers. So we have a lot of responsibility back to the communities that are helping us grow and be successful. So like my mom and dad did for years and years, you know, they gave back to communities, and we really do the same type of thing as part of our legacy. Sure.
He's got pretty popular turkeys. You've been to the White House a couple of times.
Yeah, we did. We actually took mac and cheese there last fall, and that was quite fun. President Obama, you know, he pardoned them and everything. And I don't know if you heard, but he actually said that my one turkey was ugly. Yeah, and so I had to say that really they're red, white, and blue, so they're very patriotic. They're not ugly, right? So
One must have been Republican coming from the president,
Yeah,
saying that maybe
go,
that's
yeah.
what it was, a Republican turkey.
Could be,
And that's sort of tongue-in-cheek we say that, too. Also, you know how to give back in a sense. I know that you guys are really good in contributing to various food banks across the region, and with your wonderful products and helping out so many families who are in need of help, too.
Sure, yeah, we'd like to help out with the food banks. We've been down to Dayton and down to Columbus, over to Lima, up in Toledo, and both on our pork and our turkey side, we make a lot of cooked products, and they have a tough time, you know, finding proteins. You know, that's a tough thing. They get a lot of other, you know, canned vegetables and so on, but the proteins is really what they're looking for. So we, you know, periodically we send them a lot of our pork and our turkey items.
1938 it started, 77 years later. How far does that vision go out right now? What would you like to see with this?
Well, I hope I have another 30 years left in me, right? So we'll see what happens, but we're pushing hard to probably like double our business over the next so many years, sure.
We'll come back and talk in 2045
All right,
then,
there you
okay?
go. That'd be fun, yeah.
Congratulations. Cooper Farms, our Business Award winner tonight, truly making a difference.
CPC Women's Health Resource is a Christian ministry intended to help individuals who find themselves in an unplanned pregnancy situation. It's to provide guidance, it's to provide counsel, it's to help them think about the issues of life from a biblical perspective, and using medical technology as the means to help them work through that issue.
First of all, we're free and confidential to our clients. We have a foundation of faith. We're not afraid to explore the spiritual aspects of life there.
I get to, every morning I come into my office, I get to work with just the most amazing women who don't get paid for what they do, but they come in faithfully every week and give of themselves 120% to just love the people who come through our doors and just to provide the services that we provide.
I feel like it's providing facts, options, and solutions for a woman with an unplanned pregnancy. She's scared. She can feel alone, she can feel abandoned, she can feel pressured by others, she can feel conflicted inside of her, you know, now what do I do? So the facts and the options and the solutions are what we try to provide.
When these ladies come in, and I know from experience, they're so overwhelmed and they just think, oh my gosh, I just have to hurry up and get rid of this baby, and you never even have a chance to think about what could happen, or, you know. And so I just like how they slow it down and they educate these women on what they're doing and, you know, the different alternatives that they have so that they can make a more educated decision.
We also want to help individuals who are needing material assistance when they choose life, if they choose life, just the ability to understand what's involved in parenting, as well as providing material assistance to those individuals who find themselves in need of having items to help with respect to that decision.
I want us to kind of be on the forefront of the mind of someone who is in need of, you know, information or material assistance or just help with that pregnancy, planned or unplanned.
Had I had that opportunity when I had gone to the pregnancy center that I had gone to, which was not a pro-life organization, I believe that if someone would have said something, questioned me something, I'm 19 years old, I'm petrified, I don't know what I'm going to do.
In any given year, the number of clients we see varies, but over the 29 years that we've been in existence, we've seen over 24,000 new distinct clients come through our doors. And the number of babies that we have seen born to those women is over 4,700 babies. We also have another extension of what we do called Project Respect. That is a venue to allow us to go into the public school system and communicate a sexual risk avoidance message.
They provide assemblies in school to give that message, as well as classroom presentations. They do a yearly workshop for health professionals, and they communicate that message in just a multiple myriad of ways.
One of the things that makes the CPC unique is the fact that we provide services free of charge. We are a confidential agency, we're free service. Everything that we do in our ministry relates to providing a free service. There's nothing on the part of the clients as they come in that's expected of them in terms of remuneration.
It's that knowing that I'm making a difference in someone's life who doesn't have a voice, and I want to be that voice for them.
Our organizational winner tonight is CPC, the Women's Health Resource, and we want to thank them for what they do for community. And when I say community, Northwest Ohio in general. Mark PITMAN is with us tonight. Congratulations on a well-deserved award.
Thank you. It's a privilege and an honor. It's great to be here.
Let's talk about CPC, Women's Health Resource, helping women each and every day. Talk about the services provided.
There are a number of services that we provide, first and foremost, for women who find themselves in a crisis pregnancy situation and who aren't sure where to go and where to turn. We provide a level of service where we do pregnancy tests, we do ultrasound tests to determine are they pregnant and is there a viable pregnancy. And then based on that, help them to see the value of life, to choose life, and then support them through that decision by providing material assistance to them through the pregnancy and then even after the pregnancy. In addition to that, we provide STI testing at all 4 of our clinics. We have 4 centers. And then we also have an abstinence education message that we communicate through presenters in the schoolroom. We're in 7 counties in northwestern Ohio, 180 schools. So all of the services that we provide are free to the clients, and it is the generosity of people who believe in what we do to volunteer their time, to provide financial resources. So there's a fair amount of work, and we're grateful to have the opportunity to do it here in this area.
I can imagine most of your clientele probably feel very lonely when they come through that door.
Lonely, scared, disillusioned. They never wanted to be necessarily in this situation, and they find themselves there. So given the set of circumstances, we just want to come alongside of them and help them. Not to judge them, but to help them see the value of the life that's within them, and to choose life, and then to support them through that process.
I can imagine you see some pretty cool success stories down the line after the fact, so to speak.
There's an incredible number of stories where people just walk away feeling this was the best decision they ever made. I know it's a tough set of circumstances and it's a political issue, but we really want to, in a very real way, help them see the significance of that. And story after story after story, where oftentimes the first people after they've had their child that they want to come and see are the counselors that they've connected with. Because there's been a tenderness, there's been a love, there's been just something shown to them that they wouldn't have otherwise seen. And so to see that over and over again is just amazing.
We can use the term extended family too loosely at times, but it really does become extended family, and for some, their only family.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of situations, and some admittedly have a bit of dysfunction around that, but to be there, again, to come alongside of them, to extend a love to them, a Christ-like love, and do that with a tenderness has significant value, and they appreciate that, and we love doing it. So
when we talk about funding, how can we help as a community to help fund something like this?
Well, there's a number of ways to help. First and foremost, we could use the prayer in that regard. The financial support to help, because everything we do is free. So to have some financial assistance helps. In-kind donations, diapers, onesies, those sort of material items that a lot of times there's parties that people have to gather those items to be able to give to us. There's a ton of work that's needed from a volunteer perspective. So we want to help equip volunteers to be able to extend and reach out, and we have an extensive way to do that. So through prayer, through actual physically on the property to help from a volunteer perspective, and then as well to financially help, all of those are ways to really help contribute to what we do.
As long as it's Christ-centered, it's got to be a success.
That's right. That's absolutely what we're. It's not simply a social service agency. It is focused on the gospel. It is focused on what Christ really calls us to, the value of life, And so we get the opportunity on a regular basis to communicate that message, and it is fairly well received.
It's more than just a name on the award making a difference. They truly do make a difference with CPC, Women's Health Resource. So, Mark, thanks again for a job well done. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's a privilege.
I was probably first introduced to Norm in 1992, I think it was, when I found out that he was looking for a manager. And so the interview process with Norm was probably almost a year long before he finally hired me in 1993.
I've known Norm. I knew him for over 40 years. My business was selling abrasives, sandpaper and grinding wheels. What evolved over the years was the business started to grow. Norm bought the business from his father-in-law, and I started dealing with Norm.
I've known Norm Zeider for over 30 years. I've worked with him for over 30 years, and that's how I met him, through our relationship of Chase, Brass, and Swanton Welding.
Many of the employees that he had in the beginning were truly misfit people. There was nobody that would hire these people. But Norm had an innate ability to hire and train, and I believe it came from his upbringing.
Norm drove all of us hard. He made us work hard, but in return, he was very good to us too. You know, it wasn't just for his own gain. By no means was it for his own gain. He truly gave back to us as employees. If we were willing to put forth the effort and work hard, he shared in the business with us.
He knew how to squeeze them for get the work, but he knew how to hug them to get the passion. And that became, over time, the greatest. His workforce became loyal and tremendously capable.
I can remember the first time that I ever visited Swanton Welding, and when I went into his office, and it just, I can remember that to this day, that what drew your attention to was all the pictures of people. And they were employees, they were his family, they were kids' pictures, and he had a story to tell about every one of them.
He was passionate about, probably first and foremost, his family. You know, he had extreme passion for his wife and his 3 kids, Kendra, Normie, and Ryan. And then, you know, later in life when they had grandkids, he was very passionate about his grandkids.
He knew the best of every person. He knew what a person was good at, and he could make them better. He truly did make everybody a better person. If you knew Norm Zeider, or had the chance to know Norm or work with Norm, it made you a better person. He made you a better person. He brought the best out in everybody that he worked with or that he came in contact with.
I've read a lot of books on how to do things better. And I would be amazed because when I'd talk to Norm, he already knew this stuff. He had a wisdom, a sense about person. He made myself, my relationship with my family, the way he treated other people outside of it. And he softened my capabilities. He made me more empathetic to my fellow man. And he did that with his own family.
Norm felt that you needed to take care of the community, and that if you did, in turn you would be taken care of. So he was very, very giving to the community, whether it was the Rotary Club or the, you know, whether it was the boosters or scholarships for the schools or anything revolving the community.
Norm supported not only the community that he grew up in and he lived in, the community that he worked in, the communities that his customers were in. He's helped them all. But he never wanted recognized for it, and it was always hard to get him to talk about it. He just was he's a very humble man.
Because of that, I think Swanton Welding is continuing to be successful because of what Norm taught us, you know. And to this day, you know, Norm's been gone for a year now. To this day, if anybody in the community comes to Swanton Welding, we still reach out to the community and give to the community, we continue to be good to the employees.
Norm was a servant leader. He understood what that meant because he helped you more than you ever could help him. No matter how hard you worked, he was always doing more for you than you were ultimately doing for him.
Our individual honoree tonight is Norm Zeider, and Norm unfortunately passed away in 2014, but we've got his wonderful family here tonight to share in the award that's going to be presented on behalf of Norm for his wonderful family. And Norm Jr. happens to be with us here. Good to see you. How are you?
Great, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. It had to be exciting when you heard your dad was being honored and a well-deserved award tonight.
It really was. It was touching. I know what this college meant to him. And for him to be honored was really a great thing, and we're just very humbled and excited to be a part of it. This is a great day for us.
If I read correctly, and if I know Norm Zeider correctly, he would be sort of embarrassed about a night like tonight. He wasn't really a spotlight guy.
Absolutely. He would come up sick tonight. You know, he just liked to be behind the scenes and just no recognition. That's just the man he was, you know.
It was very selfless, we'll put it that way. He was always thinking of other people.
Absolutely. Wonderful father. Great-grandfather, wonderful business owner, truly a great man. And I know that's used loosely, but my dad was really one in a million. Fantastic, fantastic man.
And I think coming from humble beginnings, this is a true rags to riches story for him.
Yeah, you know, the south side of Toledo, his dad left. I know his dad was an alcoholic, and he assumed the man of the house role at the age of 9 and took on responsibilities, worked his whole life. I mean, he just always worked hard, never, just his whole life. He was working and took responsibility.
And I think Norm's real wealth is when you look at family and success for his employees, too. It wasn't just about Norm Zeider.
Absolutely. The employees were and still are family. He loved them like sons. I saw how he treated them. They were amazing. And our own family, our kids and our grandkids, we would have baseball games and cheerleading and soccer. He never missed one game, never. And that was with 9 grandkids. And just amazing man, truly.
He had a big S on his chest. He was truly a Superman.
Really. I mean, no doubt about it. You know, it was just, he was a great role model, for sure.
We want to meet the rest of the family, and they can identify who they are and how they're related.
Hi, I'm Sarah Zeider. I'm Norm's wife.
And Norm did a great job, didn't he?
He did very well, very well.
All right. Checks in the mail.
I'm Connie Zeider, Norm's wife.
The matriarch of this good-looking group here, too.
They are. They're the best, aren't they?
Are they taking care of Mom?
Very much so.
That's wonderful. That's what family's all about.
Hi, I'm Kendra, and Norm was my dad.
I'm Rick, and I'm Kendra's husband.
And you are?
I'm Carly, and Norm was my father-in-law, and I'm married to Ryan, his son.
We got to explain, Ryan's son is the coach at Liberty Center, and as we tape this, he's in a baseball game, a sectional final, is that right?
Yes, at Genoa.
They're playing Genoa tonight?
Yes.
Okay, go Tigers. We'll just say that, too. We want to say thank you to the Zeider family for the gift of Norm, too, and what he did for so many people. Norm Zeider, our individual award winner tonight, truly making a difference.
During this time each year, as Foundation Chair, I am honored to be able to hand out the awards to our outstanding Making a Difference recipients, and tonight's honor continues. On behalf of over 30 hardworking Northwest State Community College Foundation volunteers, we want to congratulate Cooper Farms, CPC Women's Resource Center, Connie Zeider, and family of Norm, our 2015 Making a Difference Award recipients. These Making a Difference recipients are being recognized for their outstanding support, service, and giving. They also encourage the attitude for realizing that there is need for many and responding to that need in a personal and caring way without expectation of reward or recognition. I came across a quote from former President Calvin Coolidge. No person was ever honored for what they received. Honor has been the reward for what they gave. I have to say these 3 outstanding recipients clearly represent those words, and we honor you for your compassion, selflessness, and community support. Thank you very much.